Alright. Everything should be going. Do my checks. Right, everything looks good. Right? Yep. Alright. So, last time, left off basically running around Footfall, doing a bunch of different things. May have screwed up one of the quests, but yeah. Ah, yes. So last time, helped Jade take over this place. Reclaim her stuff. So apparently everyone lost their names and just got switched to Jay's assistant. Cool. But anywho, cleared this place, won the battle. I guess I took some hits. It's a very interesting battle with all the gas canisters and stuff. But either way, moving on from here. Well, first, let's loot the place. But it ain't nailed down. A pair of boots. Alright, now what's over here?
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
What's this? Ooh. Xeno stuff. That looks questionable. Okay, guess it wasn't bad or anything. Oh well.
I always keep my options open.
What's this? Contains airtight, get films within the sandbox transfer, not files then sealed manually.
My Auspex has detected something.
Yeah, like apparently walls don't exist.
I always have a backup plan. Keep your wits about you.
Press any key. Let me in. Alright, so let's see here. Things to do. We got Tattered Spirit. Go to the thing. Hunger's Hand. Experience Sphere. Let's go to the Talikos Eps. This one.
Is there money to be made? Let us not dawdle.
I'm not seeing any way to get down there.
Rise to the top, or get
Alright,
left
so let's
in
go
the
to the
dust.
Leech. Let's see if I can talk to the Leech about getting into the quarantine zone. Again, I may have screwed that up by choosing certain dialogue options. Come on. There we go. Ah, this. Go, Liege. I want to get into the quarantine zone. There are things to do in there. Nope. May have screwed it up.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Alright, well, that'll probably come to bite something in the butt later. Martyr's Endurance. Oh, this is the bar. Adeptus Amaskis. Messages. Actually, I'm curious. I'm gonna.
I always keep my options open.
Octaviana. Will it be? Can't be. Are you Sergenta Thesis and the one who goes blah, the flesh? Well, this conversation already happened.
Keep
Okay,
your
well,
wits about
nope, nothing
you.
new. Okay. I'm gonna head to the atrium to check something. And then I'm probably gonna be leaving. This guy helped me be able to get into the quarantine zone, but I think I screwed dialogue options. I think I could take a different route. And then there was no other route. Loading screens.
Let us not dawdle.
So I want to go up here. I want to talk to you. Your request has been fulfilled. Closest den in the shadow coordinates has been cleared out. Grim smile brightens his features, and he makes the sign of the Aquila. I hope that their suffering was commensurate with their deeds. Nice. Gain experience. What are you doing on Footfall? Am I doing the den of blasphemers, pagans, and the vilest? Footfall is the first and last stop in the Chronos Expanse, as the point of arrival for those who have just started on their path, and is also where those who are reaching its very end return, their souls wounded and bleeding. Embrace both the former and the latter, so that they may pass an honest eye over their impurity. Furthermore, rumors across the entire sector of mass on Footfall. I hear crewmen whispering about a reclaimed shrine world, or expressing desire to carry the Emperor's light into the darkness among the stars. I help my flock in their sacred duty. Devoted trailblazers need assistance, both spiritual and material, tools, equipment, even garments, and simple everyday items. And then I help pilgrims on their long journey, and during the first days of the harsh frontier, life is worth its weight in gold to us. May any help you offer to the effort of gathering such things be blessed. The path of true believers leads into darkness. To search for worlds I have lost his radiance, steeped in depravity. Blessed are the deeds of those who give themselves into the void and the warp in hopes that their actions might bring light into the darker reaches of the expanse and deliver a previously barren world into the Imperium service. Harmonious is silent for a few seconds. And all the more bitter is the realization that not all brave souls will succeed in their mission. Footfall still awaits news from the wasteland wayfarer, an ancient ark of a ship headed for distant stars. The last astropath message sent from beyond the scenarios Maleficent, and the stars have kept her fate secret since. Huh. Bear another darker duty. The expanse is filled with tainted creatures of unholy heretics. These insidious objects are a danger to the soul, but I know what to do with them. Should you on your travels come upon dangerous corrupted objects, bring them to me, and the reward for your vigilance will be even more generous. Drew's new mission has much to share with the rogue trader. I'd like to take a look at what the followers of St. Drusus have to offer me. Let me see. Alright. You're interested in holy gifts. Tried a bit. Bloodhound staff. First use of an attacking navigator power per turn does not set the power on cooldown and does not count towards the attack limit per turn. Second use of this power on the use of different attacking navigator power on the same turn deals an additional +6 damage to all targets and 6 direct damage to the navigator. Imperial Scroll. We're going to see an owner of +15 bonus to lore Imperium. Forcer Helmet. All targets of taunting scream suffer minus that much penalty to the willpower test against his ability. Charisma attack in combat cannot be parried or dodged. Turn the enemy weapons go in hit. Damage to where this round, crack grenade, heavy bolter, power claymore. Nice.
I always have a backup plan.
Oh, interesting. Honestly, I think I'm done here.
Is there money to
What are
be
these little
made?
things on the ground? I think they're nothing.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Alright, let's return to the ship. So before I leave, let's see. I'm gonna look up the Shadow Cores quest to see, is it still doable or did I screw it up? Alright, so yeah, it's just screwed. Whatever.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Alright, back to the void ship. Alright. Forward Captain, the inspection of the ship's system is complete. The tech priests are reporting the machine spirits are calm and satisfied. Everything's ready for onward travel. Except there is an issue you must be made aware of. Cassia makes a quick nervous gesture, adjusting the adornment over her third eye. I have been studying the records left by the vessel's previous navigator. I want to double check the route to Dargonius and discover that it does not match the one recorded in the atlas. It is more than a minor warp fluctuation. The outlet has been wiped out. It can no longer be used for traveling. To make matters worse, I started checking the paths from the atlas, one after the other, and saw the same thing everywhere. The warp is rolling with an ominous storm, bursting with vivid and screaming colors. It will not hinder our movement, but all previous knowledge is now utterly useless. Jinta angrily chops the air with the side of her palm. Warp storms are enemies, just like heretics and demons. It's a shame they can't be dispersed with a flamer or a bolter. No, we can be certain that problems with astropathic communications in the Chronos Expanse are no coincidence. There's a warp disturbance in your way, Captain. It is swallowing messages and disrupting familiar routes. It means you need to locate the key wolves of the Von Valensis Protectorate as soon as possible. Talking about Janus, Dargonis, and Kilvana Gamma. Charting new routes so they can be reached and restoring control will be the necessary next step. The consequence of losing contact with these wolves be. World deprived of connection to its neighboring systems in the Chronos Expanse infrastructure can only rely on itself. And their capabilities are often limited. For example, Janus does not have a fleet of its own. Pirates, cultists, heretics, Xenos. Anyone can prey on the helpless planet. Lost communication is a threat to your position. A rogue trader with no proctorate to back them is one that grows weaker by the day. Flexmaster is entirely correct. You are a rogue trader Less von Valencius, the successor to Theodora von Valencius, one of the most influential women this side of the mall. But you are also new to the business of governing. Many will doubt your competence and try to carve up your proctorate so they can snatch a piece for themselves. It is important to show your potential allies and foes that you are in control of the situation, which is why the sooner we reclaim these lost worlds, the better. Alright, tell me about Janus. The surface of Janus was altered extensively so the planet could be designated an agri-world. It is a powerful food base, capable of supplying the burgeoning proctorate and exporting provisions to the outer worlds at the same time. Janus owes much of its prosperity to the governor House of Vea. Under its leadership, the world has grown even more prosperous year after year, securing shipments and taxes while keeping the workforce tightly controlled. Kiava Gamma, Industrial World. Kiava Gamma is being managed by the Governor House of Gabrak and supplies your Protectorate with rare mineral resources. Additionally, the planet features an Adeptus Mechanic Manufactorum that processes materials and prepares them for shipments. I testify that Kiav Gamma is a world marked by Almside's patronage. By his grace, the manufactorums of the colony are inhabited by committed and industrious machine spirits. Feels bad. Mistress Ptolemy neglected to mention that the Kiava Gamma manufactorum also supplies heavy machinery, from forge harvesters to vessel systems and components. Turns his hard eyes on Henrix. You display commendable knowledge of our world's manufacturing capability, Cox. Please be of service. What do you know about Dargonis? Dargonis is the heart and soul of your proctorate. It is where the main administration resources and storage facilities are. So is the Von Valencia's palace. If you'd like to know, this is where you will be publicly accept the title of Rogue Trader. Dargonis is a major administrative hub that runs the cargo fleet and keeps track of finances. Adlard, what is your opinion? Which world should we deal with first? Adlard strokes his beard for a few seconds before giving a hesitant reply. Rediscovering the agri-world will supply your proctorate with something none of your servants can do without: sustenance. The importance of basic supplies should not be underestimated. Just look at Footfall in its current pitiful state. On the other hand, I'm concerned by the rumors concerning Kiava Gamma. There have been no problems on Janus for many years, but something is very wrong with the industrial world right now. Delay may cost us the entire planet. Trust I have to explain the capital world. Losing it would make us a laughingstock of the other dynasties. Besides the loss of chronicles and ledgers, it would spell a bureaucratic catastrophe. So all three systems are equally vital to Proctorate. It falls to you to decide which should be brought into the fold before the rest, Lord Captain. Very well, our course is clear. Do my officers have any other issues that require immediate attention? That is all, Lord Captain. The vessel and the crew await your instructions and are ready to depart Footfall immediately, should you so desire. Do I need to talk to Henrix about something? You want to discuss the nature of your mission?
Yes, but not here. I wouldn't want our conversation to be gossip fodder on the bridge and in the officers' mess.
Alright. Alright, thank you for finding an opportunity to talk. I trust now would be a good time to explain the reason for my return aboard your ship. Do not object to you personally, but I find the continuous presence of an Inquisition agent at my side slightly unnerving. Concern is unfounded, as long as there is no substantial reason for it. I hope there will not be one. The business then, the cult of the Final Dawn. The madmen preach their heretical doctrine among the denizens of the Chronos Expanse and instigate crimes against the throne of humanity. One such crime took place in your Proctorate. Lord Inquisitor considered it necessary to have one of his acolytes accompany the rogue trader on the voyage into the corrupted region. I also need to meet with one of my observers on the capital world of your domain. How would Ordo's Xenos agents investigate a chaos cult? You're well versed in how the Inquisition is organized. Yes, initially our arrival in the Chronos Expanse was dictated by the need to fight Xenos. There's more. The cult is tangentially related to my main specialization. Perhaps I'll be able to reveal the full truth someday. Right now I ask you to display humility and patience. One Inquisitor mentioned in his letter that he would be willing to show lenience for my actions that would otherwise be interpreted as radical. That is correct. I should show great tolerance for the mistakes of a newly appointed rogue trader. To be frank, I am surprised. The Lord Inquisitor is not the type to indulge a weakness of soul and mind, even as someone who only recently accepts the burden of a lofty title. You have spies in the Von Valencia's worlds? The person I mentioned is not a spy, but a secretary in the Ministratum Department of Dargonis. The planet's governor and Theodoro were fully aware of his status. His duties to fulfill the sacred oath to the Golden Throne and eliminate threats to the Imperium, which Chronos Expanse has in abundance. His name is Achilles Scalander. As soon as we contact Dargonis, I will introduce you as the new head of the dynasty. I'm sure he will appreciate the presence of such an advisor among your subjects, and I suggest you heed his words at least occasionally. I want to know more about this cult, the Final Dawn. Chaos worshippers, most often agents of the throne, run into lone renegades stirring up the rebel, the same prophets and heretical visionaries preaching the end of days, passing combat, a mutant rebellion, and onslaught of monsters. Each time they come up with a new reason why people should prostrate themselves and quiver in fear. Much effort and the blood of those loyal to the Golden Throne were spent before we established a connection between those heretics. However, the cult of the Final Dawn is something greater than a gaggle of misguided seers and fortune-tellers. They cleverly spread their agents all over the Chronos Expanse, disseminating heresy among honest people on the Imperial walls. There's a certain strategy to their actions that changes whenever we get too close, and finally, they have enough military power to have had the 2 ships that we had sent after them later discovered as wreckage. The growing difficulty in making warp jumps is detrimental to us, but it's unlikely to inconvenience those who engage in foul sorcery day in, day out. Eneric sighs. After the events on Rekad Menoris, I suspected the cult might have built its nest inside Winterskull's domain. The latest reports indicate it is your Proctorate that is harboring heretics. Being your entourage improves my chances of getting closer to their secrets. I've already agreed to give you a place aboard my ship. What else? The rogue trader should deliver me to the system that contains the industrial world Kiava Gamma. Then accompany you to the service and determine what the cult is planning and how it intends to use the resources that have fallen into their clutches, which may very well include the blessed engines of the Adeptus Mechanicus and even the followers of the Almessiah themselves. I'll be frank, to answer this question is unlikely to please either of us. The machinations of chaos usually go beyond solely inflicting countless deaths and destruction. Having their plans come to fruition will lead to far more terrible consequences. One of the systems in the Chronos Expanse is already lost. May the Emperor protect us from watching this tragedy play out again. You met a Chaos Space Marine, Rykheim Norris. If you risk running into his brothers, I have no doubt what will happen sooner or later. Chaos Marine siding with the cult is very, very bad news. Most likely they kept away until recently, pulling their puppet strings from a respectable distance. These traitors seldom show up alone. The best we can count on is having to deal with just a squad of Chaos Space Marines in the current expanse and not an entire company. Why did your suspicion fall on Kiava Gamma? It's joined a piece of the data that finally merged into a single picture. Additionally, long ago, a vessel from the world arrived on Footfall. The reports from the crew were confused and alarming, making me fear a planet-wide rebellion. I was assuming Kiava has fallen to heresy. What then? Will you again propose we destroy an entire planet? Stares you down. In Rekha Minoris, you made a decision that sent billions of souls into the grasp of the arch enemy. An unreasonable and unforgettable high price for a small handful of people saved by mercy. Do I consider it a worthy exchange? I certainly do not. Will I make every effort to make sure such an exchange does not happen again? Of course I will. Sentimentality is a luxury I cannot afford. I do not believe you lack compassion. You did not stop me after all, although you certainly could have tried to. Your eyes narrowed. I haven't said I would not like to be able to afford such luxury. In fact, deep down, I understand why you acted that way. I have yet to eliminate the understanding and acceptance within myself, but I will. That is enough discussion about the arch enemy. Servants, tell me about the Drukhari who stole Rykad's son. Her wenches. The Drukhari, one of the branches of the Eldari, an ancient and vicious Xenos race. These creatures that are a living terror to ordinary people who fall prey to their raids. For the simple reason that the victims are not killed outright, but instead become their playthings. Just as you and I need air to survive, the Drukhari need psychic energy born from torment and pain, which they extract from their captives with uncanny expertise. The ships, which are difficult to mistake for any other, arrived suddenly and undetected. Stealth technology has greatly surpassed the capabilities of standard Imperium Augur arrays. The objective of the raids is never to capture a world or a ship. No, they're only interested in fresh victims. After filling their holds with living captives, they disappear into the webway, a different dimension, which conceals their greatest stronghold, Komarog, the dark city of the Drukhari, from which none can hope to escape. Here's the expression. Do not know why the Drukhari stole Rykad's son and brought about the fulfillment of the cult's prophecies. Perhaps the Xenos themselves have played into the archenemy's designs. Perhaps Aurora's divinations, in fact, describe the Drukhari's actions. There's only one thing I can say with absolute certainty. There is no alliance between the cult of the Final Dawn and the Xenos. It is simply impossible. Let's go about my business. Is there anything else I need to know? Let me put it this way. You may think whatever you want of me, but my goal is not to hinder you. I'm here to help you in the fight against foes you may not even be aware of. You have my word that I will provide every assistance in uprooting the heresy that sprouted on the Von Valencia's walls while their masters was away. And that I will try to be more patient with the less grievous flaws the bearers of the warrant are sometimes known to have. Incline says, thank you for sparing the time, Lord Captain. Alright, moving on. Jay.
Allow me to thank you again for helping me with the cargo, Shireen. I am sure the Ashmags who squirreled away my goods won't give up so easily, and I'll hear more about their scheming yet. Let's strike a deal, Shireen. I will watch your back if you do me a favor and watch mine. Well, enough jokes. Is there something you wanted?
Was there something business you wish to discuss?
Oh, Shireen, I did manage to spark your interest. Allow me to invite you to a more private place. My words are meant for your ears alone.
Flickering light of dozens of candles play across Jay's face, making her small smile appear even more mysterious. Shireen, the Exalted One himself brought us together the day you crossed Vladim's threshold. He led us to the cargo and gave his blessing for its return. Do you know what people in my world say when, such a thing happens? What's gained is to be shared with your neighbor. She points at the containers in front of her. One contains a polished Eldari rifle, a rare model, and the other holds an ornate sword. I'm sharing what I've gained with you. Please accept these humble gifts in honor of our wildly successful, though suddenly struck, friendship. Only perform dead-eye shot attacks. Whenever the wielder scores a critical hit with a single shot attack, they gain an additional attack this turn. See, Clay. Plays your attack on an increased area of effect. They're my unfold gift. I accept it with gratitude. Knew you would appreciate the Xenos mastery of their craft. She beams at you, curling a lock of black hair around an augmented finger. Derby Froz, she awkwardly continues. So, the matter I wanted to discuss with you is related to my business. You know that I sell Xenos artifacts to interested Imperial subjects and Imperial trinkets to Xenos. Business is going well. My network runs even without my participation, but when it comes to expansion, well, that is where I hit a wall. Rivals, envious of my success, and Jay throws up her hands. Falco especially. I'm certain the theft of the cargo was his doing. I can never predict what that Ashmag will do. And while the Imperium's authority may be fragmented in the expanse, it could crack down on people of my profession at any moment. Thing I follow, you wish to use me. Exalted One forfend. Could such a lowly servant of the Emperor use the radiant bearer of the warrant like such a tool? The other way around, however. If the rogue trader put in a good word for me with the servants of the Adeptus Administratum, I could become an official trade representative of the Imperium. Just imagine, a little scrap of paper will offer me and my agents protection against Ashmag schemes, far better than any refractor field. Even the Inquisition will have to think twice before they mess with me, because I'll be a representative of the law in my own right. And the best part of all this is it will cost you precisely nothing, Shireen. All you have to do is stop by the Administratum Palace and obtain a certificate from the Master of Seals. My informants tell me the palace is located under Argonis, your capital wall. See how everything has aligned so wonderfully? And of course, I will repay you in kind. How did it benefit from your gaining official status? Besides being in receipt of my eternal gratitude, Sharing? Jay playfully raises a brow. It won't be beneficial to have someone in your retinue with the weight of authority behind them, rather than just another pawn. One slip of paper and I'll be able to extend my network to systems far beyond Footfall. Agents will be your eyes and ears throughout the expanse. I shall take it into consideration. Perhaps your thoughts will move in the right direction with a little encouragement from you, Shireen. You must have some faction in mind that you would like to establish a relationship. Severe Drusians, the hothead pirates of Kazbilica, you merely need to use the right words, like a key for a lock, and people will often open their hearts to you, or their wallets. I'll arrange everything, you merely have to ask. The Adeptus Mechanicus, they are the partners I need now. Not a problem, Shireen. I'll have my people put in a good word for you in the right circles. Dang, 2,000 faction reputation. The Explorators. And if you change your mind about my proposal, you can always find me nearby on the bridge. Just say the word and I'll come, Shireen. lost. Strace, has to discuss events in private on the ship. Henrix, Kilo Gamma. Alright, so since there's Jinta wants to talk.
Greetings.
For you tell me I'd pass to explain the strange words of that cultist on Footfall.
Yes, I'm ready. I would ask only one thing of you, rogue trader. If I may, I would like to see the chamber of the sacred warrant and kneel before the relic touched by the Emperor himself. A difficult conversation lies ahead of us, and I wish to pray by the relic before I lay my soul bare.
Of course, let us go there right away. Jinta nods gratefully. Argenta drops to her knees, her hands making the sign of the Aquila. Her eyes are locked on the sweeping signature on the warrant, seemingly mundane thing, maybe a florist on a piece of paper, unless one knows whose hand left that mark and whose blood is on that paper. Thou seest a flaw in me, smite me. If thou knowest a fall in mine, burn me. With flames of fury and righteousness. But if thou seest light in me, grace me. If thou hearest this plea of mine, bless me. With wrath of fury and of righteousness. Jin's voice is sonorous, as if made for singing hymns and prayers, but right now she cannot seem to catch her breath, so overwhelmed with emotion is she. For I breathe by the will of thine, for I live by the law of thine. I carry thy word, O Emperor. I bring solace to the servants of thine, and ruin to foes of thine. Fate of terror and of righteousness. On finishing, she closes her eyes and remains silent for a long time with her head raised high. Slowly, like the first licks of flame in a campfire, a smile blossoms on her lips. When Argenta finally opens her eyes, they are alight with uncanny resolution. Rogue trader, we need to talk, or rather, I need to tell you something. The truth. The truth about how I ended up on Theodore von Vlinch's ship, and about the cultists we encountered on Footfall. I'm listening. Please understand, I couldn't trust you before. I'll tell you my story and you'll see why. Argenta pauses. I'll start at the beginning. It's easier to piece everything together that way. Upon arriving in the Expanse and on Footfall, I found no purpose here, only torment. I wasn't needed. The reliquary I had been assigned to safeguard was already well protected by Reverend Hermonis' mission. No one was even trying to defile it. For all its lawlessness, Footfall respects the worship of the Emperor. That was when Lady Theodora, head of your dynasty, appeared. She became an agent of divine will in a way. In default, searching for the words. It was from her that I learned about a planet recently discovered by her scouts, Salus Prime. For a rogue trader, the planet was of little interest, a pharaoh world away from convenient warp routes. But for me learning about its existence was a revelation. Never heard of such a planet. Does it belong to the Von Valencia's dynasty? Yes. Now the planet is yours by right. It's not as simple as that. The warp route leading to it was lost. I'll explain in due time. May I continue? Please continue. The description of Salus Prime was familiar to me. It seemed very similar to a world from an ancient legend. The legend of Saint Argenta and her ship. The voice grows reverent. Argenta, the living saint. She's my patroness. The order named me after her. She died millennia ago, when heretics caused her ship to fall from the skies. But even those blasphemers could not touch Argenta's ashes or her holy relic, the One Star. For the fallen ship, which now served as the resting place for the saints' remains, would only allow the truly righteous to enter. All others would meet their death. Imagine what I felt when this flash of insight came upon me. The world where Saint Argenta's ship fell was merely a vague legend. No one knew its actual whereabouts. And suddenly, I myself, named after the saint, come across this information. Realized at that moment that was important, and that I must journey to the planet and find the ship. So I asked Reverend Hermonis to let me go for a time on a personal pilgrimage. I boarded Theodora's ship and demanded passage to the newly discovered planet Salus Prime. Mentioned something called the One Star. What is it? Apologies, got so carried away I forgot to explain. The One Star is a relic kept by Saint Argenta. I belong to the Order of Pronautes, and we attach particular significance to holy relics. The One Star is one of the lost relics of the past, so mysterious that no one even knows what it is exactly. Argenta's hagiography at times call it a banner, or a set of armor, or a blessed chainsword. Something is certain, it was a beacon of righteousness, and it was lost with Argenta's death. Imagine Theodora was thrilled with the prospect. Theodora lent her assistance. It was her intention to visit the newly discovered world, and she took me with her. Why did you keep your supposition from Reverend Harmonious? Surely he could have helped you with the search for the ship and the saint's remains. I couldn't just come out and tell him. It was a portent revealed to me, personally, can't you see? I told Reverend Harmonious the honest truth, that I was going on a personal pilgrimage to embolden my spirit. It really was a pilgrimage. It was as if Saint Argenta herself had shown me the way, commanding me to undertake this trial. If I had found the ship and set foot on the docks, if I had laid my hands on her remains and the relic, would have been a sign that I had truly been blessed with the saint's favor. That's understandable. Searching for your destiny, for your place in the world is a special matter, a personal one. You succeed at it, or you don't. Adrian looks at you somewhat surprised. I thought that I had been called, that finding the ship was my destiny, my place in the world. Perhaps there is something to that. What happened next? Defeat, Argenta says bitterly. The ship's augurs failed to detect anything of note during orbital scanning. I was expecting this, though. According to legend, the ship can't conceal itself from the naked eye, and only a pilgrim guided by a pure heart can find it. What I didn't expect was an ambush waiting for us on the planet. I landed there with a small unit provided by Theodora. Know Saint Argenta's hagiography by heart. Know all the legends about her. I followed their obscure clues, the descriptions of mountains and rivers from millennia-old tales. I was certain that I had found the way to the ship, and that's when we were attacked. The words we heard in the heretic's shrine on Footfall, something about ways, doors, please address to some lord, the edge of daybreak, Argenta shaking with disgust. They were the same words as those spoken by the cultists who attacked us on Salus Prime. My whole unit perished. All those honest, brave people I had led to search for the relic. It was only by a miracle that I didn't perish along with them. I didn't connect these events at first. The cultists on Footfall, the cultists on Salus Prime, the cultists attacking the ship, and Kunrad's betrayal. What if these are all links in the same chain? What if they long since infiltrated the ranks of the Von Valencia's servants? What if I led those heretics to the sacred planet with my search? No need to blame yourself. If the heretics really had wormed their way into the Von Valencia's ranks by then, they would have found the planet even without you going there. I doubt it. No one except me was particularly interested in the planet. Kunrad, on the other hand, he sympathized with me when I first came aboard, helped arrange an audience with Theodora, and supported me in my effort to visit the planet. Never told him plainly why I wanted to go there, but I imagine that vulture must have figured out that it was something important, something related to the holy faith of the Imperium. And what could delight a heretic more than defiling a relic? So the only one who might have all the answers, Kunrad, escaped. Oh yes, and I sincerely hope that we meet him again. Super needs to answer a few questions before he's plunged into cleansing flame. So how did you manage to escape from the cultists? Argenta hangs her head. Theodora's people received a distress call, came to my rescue, and brought me aboard the ship. I barely remember what happened when they arrived. I was already severely wounded, fighting back with whatever remained of my strength. I think I shouted that we had to go after them, but they didn't listen. They took me to the shuttle and pulled out. After that, it's all blackness. When I came to, we were already in the middle of a warp jump. Theodora had urgent matters to take care of, and she decided that she could clear out the planet at a later time. That's why you didn't trust me before, correct? Yes, Rogue Trader. Argenta looks at it. I saw with my own eyes how a member of your family showed his true colors as a servant of the arch-enemy. I'd already suffered a humiliating defeat at the hands of cultists, and was afraid of another betrayal. I can be forthright with you, and so I studied you, with proceeds of corruption, or the light of righteousness. And what did you find? A man who stood shoulder to shoulder with me and helped eradicate the cultists on Footfall. Argenta smiles as I was reminiscing about a pleasant evening spent in the company of friends rather than a bloody battle. Although my opinion of you started to change even before then, back when you agreed to talk to the orphans at my request. The leaders who are willing to honor those who laid down their lives for them and take care of their children. The leader who inspires trust, and the way you acted in that moment. Do you remember there was a young man whose grief and confusion had driven him to insolence? You found the words that could comfort him. You didn't punish him, didn't scare him with a show of austerity. You admitted that you're not all-powerful. It surprised me. You even saw that as weakness at first. After giving it some thought, I saw the wisdom in it. The way you openly address the thoughtless boy does you credit, rogue trader. So just to clarify, you are wounded, so you never found St. Argenta's ship, is that right? Yes, I rushed to Theodora the moment I could walk again, and I insisted on going back to Cetus Prime to defend the relic from the heretics. But I was told that the warp had destroyed the old route to the planet, and that plotting a new one would take a great deal of time and effort. So if there could be anything more important than protecting the faith and hunting down servants of the archenemy. In any event, the route was lost, and all knowledge of it died in the attack on the ship along with the old navigator. Now we have a new lead. The data that we collected in the cultist shrine of Footfall. I don't care what that reprobate we executed said. There must be a way to track them down. Tell me, rogue trader, will you help me in this undertaking? Will you help me find this great relic and return it to the people of the Imperium? Searching for ancient ships and relics is an exciting prospect. Of course I'll help you. And walks up and places a hand on your shoulder. So be it, rogue trader. As I stand here before the warrant, the embodiment of the Emperor's will, marked by his own hand, I vow that I will not relent until the Holy Rex has been returned, and the heretics punished. And may the light be with us both on this path. Am I gonna get to shoot anything this stream? Alright. Chronos Expanse map. Lord Captain, we are once more within reach of the Von Valencien's Proctorate. Of utmost urgency is restrained communication with your planets and bestowing the wisdom of your decrees upon their stewards. Developing colonies, claiming new territories, and establishing some trade links. All this is now your privilege and burden. 3 mobile extractums obtained. Contracting in the world, however, and Surf clan assigned to it will devote itself to the maintenance of its sacred mechanisms and the extraction of resources in another rogue trader. Bruce's blessing. Before you fully go there, what was that again? Permanent expanse, close stuff and less. Says Captain from the voice goes to his reins. What can I do for you? Oh yeah, that's right. This guy was selling stuff. Where do you source the components you sell? You asked me to disclose the suppliers to you? His laughs are well, frankly, they come from both everywhere and nowhere. Good arrears either from lucky boys may stumble upon an abandoned or dilapidated ship somewhere in a neighboring system, or from unlucky ones whose sorry tub arrives on Footfall in such states that it's easier to take her apart than to restore her. Alright. Map of the Cronus Expanse. Travel between systems is fraught with mortal peril and takes place in another dimension known as a warp. Only a navigator can plot a course through the warp to other stars. Click the circular button at the top bottom of the screen to have the ship's navigator chart new routes to the system you have selected. To initiate travel, click left mouse button on the system and press the warp travel button. Routes cause an indication of its danger level. Green routes are the absolute safest. Yellow routes signal unpredictable events can occur during the jump. Orange routes denote a high probability of the ship coming under attack, even in the warp. Red routes are a sure sign that she'll be assaulted by hostile forces during travel. Ship's navigator can make a route safer by spending points of navigator's insight, which can be acquired by discovering and scanning new systems throughout the Cronus Expanse. Alright, chart new routes. And you cannot reveal a route to the selected system, but you can still get there by spending points of navigator's insight to plot a guaranteed direct path. With mouse on the system's navigator's insight, chart the course. Loss. Valencia's Valencia's Krenak because it belong. Let's go here to Avarius. Warp jump went surprisingly smoothly. None of the deck officers in duty reported incidents. However, a strange discovery awaited Lord Captain when he returned to his quarters. The bed was unmade, and the impression of a head was still visible on the pillow. There were no other signs of intrusion. The guards swore on oath that nobody had entered Lord Captain's quarters. No Tyrion released us from his grip this time. Visit. Alright, what's here? 5th grade P604. Planet exploration and mining. Planets in the Cronus Expanse are teeming with valuable resources. Before these resources can be harvested, however, an extraction needs to be set up on the world's surface. Scan the planet, then select the icon of the resource you're interested in to deploy an extractum. Click Accept to confirm your choice. And see how many extractums you have available at the bottom of the screen. Prisoners are required to develop colonies and complete contracts. You can also use them to trade with various factions. New contracts are now available in your journal. Contracts are requests issued by your colonies. By fulfilling them, you can obtain resources to increase your profit factor or receive unique items. Sometimes fulfilling contracts offered by one colony can affect the productivity of another colony. Fulfilling contracts costs a certain amount of resources, or a share of your profit factor. Contract description contains both the costs associated with it and the reward you will receive. Fulfill a contract by selecting in the journal, clicking Complete Contract. Small human dwelling stands on the barren. Thus are their plants. Gods report that an old hermit lives there who spends his days in prayer to the Emperor. Ask the old hermit for a blessing. Lord Kevin's surprise, the old hermit turned out to be a navigator, and when the old man discovered the noble status of his visitor, he willingly recounted his tale. He had retrieved his plant long ago, back when he was still in his youth. After he had realized that his mind would not withstand frequent forays into the materium from the archenemy, the hermit spoke with pride about how he had worshipped the Emperor each and every moment of his life. But when he mentioned the golden light of the Astronomicon, his voice quivered. When his guests left, he stared after them for a long time, his gaze filled with sadness. Start producing adamantine. Oh. Drifting void ship. Let's go down. Alright, so what's there to find?
Poison runs through mechanical veins. The path to your goal seems easy as long as you do not turn back. Fire rages in an iron heart.
I always keep my options open.
Stomach turning bloody smears on the wall form a malevolent symbol. The blood seems to have penetrated deep into the metal.
O Messiah, grant me the wisdom to perceive.
There are passes with explosives.
The Emperor favors me today.
Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Fire grenade, medkit, and much other stuff.
Let us not dawdle.
It's all sound produced by ventilation system creating the illusion the ship's breathing, like a living and terribly sick creature.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Mad Tech Priest. Very bad. The almost grace has forsaken this place and these brethren. Ready to stand from the many wounds where pieces of flesh used to be. Blood mixed with the oil seeping out.
The whispers told me a secret.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
What's that?
Secret. How did you discover a trap in a room that wasn't even open yet?
I'm restless. The light of terror shines for us. I better myself through my service.
Nice. Ooh, what's this? Provocateur's Helmet. Applies a -10 penalty to perception for all attacks made against the wearer and to all enemies in a 2-cell radius from the wearer. Okay. That's someone's face. Imagination is playing tricks on you, making you see faces twisted in a scream that stains the metal. Open the damaged door. Logic.
Operation successful.
Another one of those devices. Mad Tech Priest. Priest is busy attempting to sew together the innards sticking out of his abdominal wound, and the flexible wire emerging from the depths of the bulkhead. Protect us. This is a house of darkness and corruption.
My success is
The Transformers was caused by no common mechanical malfunction. It's possible the cause is a supernatural origin.
Keep your wits about you.
weak yet iron nerves.
Just need to tough it out.
Yeah, no.
I always keep my...
Oh. Poison runs through mechanical veins. The path to your goal seems easy as long as you do not turn back. Fire rages in an iron heart. Do you see that?
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay. Carry the Emperor's will as your torch. Never doubt me.
Is there money to be made?
Alright.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Operation successful.
I will lead us to fortune.
Alright. Actually, let's quick save. And carefully traverse this area.
Always keep your eye on the prize. Keep your wits about you.
Cut the power. That's disturbing.
The Whispers told me how.
There are noticeable signs of warp activity here. The blood spectacle you witnessed may have been a simple illusion or a vision of the past or future. Oh, machine god, deliver me from the oppression of the flesh. Let me draw closer to the perfection of the mechanism. It's a lot of heretic stuff. Possessed Demon Engine Heart, what the crap.
I always have a backup plan.
Scraps of skin and broken nails and teeth are stuck in the ragged grooves on the bulkhead. Someone made a frenzied attempt to scratch the blasphemous symbol into the metal, showing themselves no mercy.
Let us not dawdle.
Cursed flesh, you betray me. I'm drowning in the mire of flesh and insanity, but my spirit longs for the perfection of the machine. It's a TRPG, looks kind of cool. Yes. This is an RPG. So, come on, you're in need of a ritual protocol repair. We will mend you. Wait, what in the world happened? Did that guy just mutate? Yes, we will mend you. Well, that just happened. But yeah, this is a, I believe this is a TRPG. It's based off of Warhammer 40k, a tabletop role-playing game. Well, it's based off of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, which is a tabletop role-playing game, which is from the Warhammer 40k universe, which is a war game style system.
I'm registering unconventionally high efficiency for the unit Cassia Orselio relative to her limited experience. The unit status is being upgraded.
Knowledge is the key to everything, is it not, esteemed Magos? I learned this wisdom from your fellow priests, and it has helped me many times.
Alright.
We should deal with this.
Oh, got a trap. Argenta, get to work.
Sets my path.
How come he can walk on it? Scam.
The Emperor favors me today.
What do you have to say? Priest's eyes are completely empty. They're looking through you without seeing you. I love what they did to that guy. I don't think I want to be seen.
Machine God grants me insight.
I'm into the gloves. Grants a wearer plus 10 weapon skill and plus 5 strength. Oh, dang. It's a good item. But anyways, if you have any questions about the system or setting, just ask. I do know quite a bit about the Warhammer 40k and have played in Rogue Trader games. It feels a little warm, somewhat moist to the touch. Remarkably similar to living skin. Fun. Let's see here. Ablard. What's your current gloves? All attacks armor 2T. Yeah. Get rid of that. You get a new pair of gloves. How are you guys doing? Priest is bumbling in a series of terms and designations. Good for you. Who's there? Who's talking to me? Oh, machine spirit. Is it you I'm hearing? Don't know a single thing about Warhammer other than Space Marines are a thing. Alright, well, I guess to catch up to what's going on here, there is... Well, basically it's just madness. There's a realm in Warhammer 40k known as the Warp, which is just a realm of basically chaos, magic, bunch of dangerous, screwy up stuff. And there's a force known as Chaos, which is highly destructive and dangerous. And apparently something very warpy is going on with this ship right now. What's going on in there? Is that a room I've been in?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust. I always keep my options open.
But yeah, there's kind of like so much to explain and stuff that it's really, I don't really know what to talk about, but feel free to ask questions and stuff. Compressor Hall main cogitator. Warning, invalid system pressure parameters. Expected value 10. Settings changed. New system pressure value 1. System pressure 5. It is actually helpful in a few regards. I'll see if I have any names. As, like, for example, it does explain things. Like, here we go. Like, you can open up things like this. So this explains, like, what the lore warp skill is, and they can go to here. The warp, an alternate dimension of pure energy and madness, existing as a mirror to real space, also known as the Materium, the Imperium, the Aether, the Sea of Souls, or warp space. So it does actually allow you to like open up these menus and stuff and see what's going on with things. So it's done a very good job at giving opportunities to learn about the setting. But definitely having knowledge of the setting going in is probably easier. Very nice. Yeah, Pascal, you've been nominated. Walk through the poison gas. Realizing new things. 7. Two. 7. Valid. 7. 2.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for
Things
adventure.
changed. There we go. Nice little puzzle, get it to 10. Turn on the backup generator.
This exploratory is blessed with multifunctionality.
Oh, more corpses. Okay.
Keep your wits about you.
Clear passage with explosives. Sure. I'll clear a passage with explosives.
Duty prevails.
Nice.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Alright, we got a trap. Everyone back up. Argenta, do your thing.
Nothing escapes my sight. Never doubt me. Join me in prayer. The Emperor favors me today.
Good job, Argenta. This gives me access to... yeah, some loot.
always keep your eye on the prize.
Anything I can do with this terminal? Whatever. That was kind of a waste of an explosive, so moving on. Where'd all the mad people go? Insane people are no longer present.
I always have a backup plan.
Yeah, looks like they're hostile now. Well, combat time.
I'll make an example out of you.
There you just start the piece of the machine, use Desecrator. Right, Dira, there. Abelard. Move up. Pascal. Also move up. Argenta. Move to there. Me, move here. And Cassia there. Alright. Then we get Cassia's turn. So that Magos is exposed. So let's have
I'm a
Argenta.
navigator, not a servitor.
Make Argenta do a thing. And Flamer reach. Flamer just barely can't reach. Crap. Alright, oh well. Do burst attack.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Alright. Back to Cassia. Nothing for her to do, just stay in cover. Indira gets to go first. Combat Locust stratagem. This chooses one of the combat tactical areas for one round. The target area bonuses are doubled. Tactical areas are discharged, cannot be used this turn. Can be designated again next turn. Alright, so. Declare front line.
Not this Greyer's job.
Okay, so apparently it has to actually be line of sight. That sucks. I really do not like this stuff. I really should have picked a different class. Alright. Cover efficiency and dodge reduction.
But of course.
I'll at least drop that. And I guess put this here.
Was that you?
Get some use out of it.
Or
Alright, then forewarning. Give that to
Anything
Argenta. That was a lightning bolt that dude. Yeah, lightning bolt that dude.
on it.
This is a terrible place for line of sights. Alright. Enemy's turn. Parried. Good.
As the Emperor commands,
Right.
I act.
Wildfire.
Doubt is for the weak. This is why I was chosen.
Do that.
I'll do it.
Another shot. Good hits. Herald of Corruption. Wait, what?
Stop mocking me.
We got a demon in the walls?
Not like this.
Oh god.
By the manner of their death, we shall know.
That blar just got sniped. Jesus. Scrap code distortion. The creature gains 35 temporary wounds. Alright. Don't got line of sight on that. See, permadead? No. In this, they if they suffer a lot of damage, then they'll get the effect of injuries, which causes certain effects. If they get fully downed, they're out of combat and they suffer a trauma. And so for him, he suffered head trauma. These can all be healed and stuff in between missions and whatnot. But for this combat, he's down and taking that much just outright damage. Really sucks that he got sniped and critted so hard.
I'll make it happen. Who if not me? It's as good as done. I'll make it happen. Consider this a taste of what's to come. I'll see to it personally.
Crap. Well, that might break next turn.
I'll make it happen.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
So buff Pascal. Right. And give him an extra turn. Alright, move to there. If I lightning bolt that dude, it'll get all of them.
Anything else?
Freezes in your veins, that's fine. Buff Pascal, he has a lot of servitors to deal with. Front line to there. Yeah, what that was is known as psychic phenomenon. So Idira here is a psyker. She basically has the ability to pull from the warp to do magic crap. And occasionally that causes stuff to get a bit weird. So like that was one of the lesser effects that doesn't really do too much. There are some other effects that can do stuff like actually harming allies, skipping turns. So, is that worrying? Yes, but in the grand scheme of things, it's fine. She's fine. And, let's blind the Technomat.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
It said he was in the effect. Why did it not affect him? God dang it.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
You never stood a chance.
Ow.
Injured. I'm enraged. Stop it!
It's as good as done. On it. Your end was inevitable.
Alright, so that should stop giving out buffs to people.
Who, if not me? I'll make it happen. It's as good as done.
If I may.
Buff to Argenta.
Me?
Give Pascal another
If you
turn.
insist, Lord Captain.
Do the bonk.
I am a
Buff Argenta some
navigator,
more.
not a servant.
Alright, and then for you, boost your strength against this guy.
Request approved. The scriptural program.
Yep, and just keep doing that. Move up to there. But this guy was sensory deprivation. He's out of range. Ah, line of sight's broken. Okay, whatever. Blind this dude. And then, some more exploits on this guy.
You, or
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act. This is why I was chosen.
Cool. Destroyed his cover.
Damage is negligible.
Ow.
never felt pain like this.
Do you have line of sight of that guy? Nope. Move to here to get line of sight.
I'll make it
Set
happen.
this up.
Who, if not me?
Reapply cover bonuses.
On it.
Shot. Yeah, this one is a really tough encounter, actually. These guys are not going down easy.
I'll make it happen. It's as good as done.
Cassia. Buff Argenta's damage. Give Argenta another turn.
I'll do it.
not accustomed to being ordered around.
Running by character has significant value.
2 of them down. That's good. Jeez, it takes so much to bring those guys down. Do you have line of sight of that guy? No. Okay. Move up a bit. Now, do you have line of sight? Cool. Blind him. Ah, he passed. So he's only just blinded. These 2 idiots are still suffering from the really big blind. As if I fell, I have to reload a save.
On it. Anything else?
Poor Surfer still has yet to enter combat.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Missed and hit his own teammate. Okay, that's not good.
Martyrdom is an honor.
So that's what that feeling was about.
I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally. On it. The best defense is a good offense. Who, if not me? Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Alright, hopefully that does something.
Me.
Alright, give Pascal another turn.
Lord Captain.
Desire condemns you. Explorators know one route. Forward.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Request approved. Significant value.
Shake. Yeah, I can do this.
Damns you.
I almost forgot I could do that, because I haven't had an opportunity to really be able to use that against anyone.
Another color has faded.
You never stood a chance.
Oh, there I go.
I'm a navigator, not a servitor.
Advancing.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Running by now. Right.
Be careful not to cross my gaze. If I may.
Request approved. My vow is to serve.
Dang it. Okay, good. The stacked effect on that guy did end up killing him.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Running binary override.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
High momentum. Beyond the sign of insignificant value.
Talk about a close encounter, holy crap. So Argenta has a broken leg. I have a crippled arm. Deer has a crippled arm. Marksman rifles.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Right. Plasma pistol. And a frag grenade.
Let us not dawdle.
That's a new trap.
I'm restless.
Argenta. Okay, triggered the trap, but it did nothing. Okay.
Arrogance will be your downfall.
Factors, desecrators. Plasma pistol. What are these Vox skulls? What do they do? Alright, Abelard. Get up in that guy's face. Pascal. Get over there. Get to their faces. Get here in the doorway. Jinta, get in the room. Cassia, hang back. Adira, there is nowhere good for you to go. Wait, but you'll have like a starting turn, so you can actually move into better cover. The same with you, so.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
So holy crap, veil degradation is so high. Can't really do much warpy stuff myself because I'll probably just get screwed up. As crystals appear in the air. Okay, could be worse.
But of course. Will do.
not accustomed to being ordered around. Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak. For you, my Emperor! As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
I'll make it happen. It's as good as done. On it. Who, if not me? I'll see to it personally.
Alright. I should destroy it. Get up there and engage that dude.
Are the best ways. It will be done. Indeed.
The spiritual prognosis is favorable. Martyrdom is the reward.
On it. Was that you? Or
Will do.
Integrity failure. Detected.
If I may. I'm afraid not. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Doubt is... I'll do it.
I remember.
Crap, Pascal's down.
Blessed are those who sacrifice for the Imperium.
It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen. On it. Here's my perfect moment. Who if not me?
At your beck and call. Victory is imminent. It will be done.
How many frag grenades do you have?
Ah, an exemplary strike.
Anything else? But of course. On it. Anything else?
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Oh, quit complaining.
Indeed. Target well struck.
Faith without deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands.
Good. Got rid of at least one enemy. Holy crap. Stupid Heralds of Corruption things. Giving out so much extra HP.
Should have thought twice before crossing me. It's as good as done. I'll make it happen. On it.
I will do like you. An exemplary strike. Something worse.
Will do. Of course.
I need to get these people, these enemies out of here so I can get my guys unclogged.
You insist, Lord Captain.
At your beck and call, grey hair, sure has.
If I may. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds
Load.
is worthless.
Set up for a second attack. Please destroy the thing. Crap.
Who if not me? I'll see to it personally.
Crap.
I'll make it happen.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call.
Ah, this is such just torture. This is a late game mission or something? I don't know. I feel like I stumbled into something I shouldn't have yet.
Will do.
Because this battle is just tediously long. Especially with these stupid Heralds of Corruption giving out 35 extra hit points to anything and everything.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
They're respawning? No, I just haven't killed them yet. That's the problem. They keep getting extra HP.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
So, these things right here, these Heralds of Corruption, every time they activate, they give 35 extra hit points to every single enemy on the field right now. And there's 4 of them, all in terrible locations. So, I just can't get into a good position to hit any of them. And these 4 servitors basically have like, Argenta can't move. With them being melee units, if I move into their range and then step out of it, they get a free attack. So I could have Argenta move up and do stuff, but there's also a chance she'll just get instantly downed by these guys attacking her.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
I'll see to it personally.
If I can drop this Mad Magos right here, right now, I might be able to turn the tide.
I'll make it happen. On it. Who if not me?
God dang it.
High momentum.
Yeah, that is an oof.
It will be done. Victory is imminent. For Valencia. It will be done. To dust.
Don't know why they just exploded like that, but I'll take it. Ah.
Indeed. Brace yourself, Abelard.
You can actually hit that, but you won't do any damage. He's actually set up to die in his next turn due to stacked. He won't die in his next turn because he'll gain 35 more HP. So yeah, bonk that dude.
On it.
Will do. Was that you? Or...
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may.
It will be done.
I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I am. This is why I was chosen. Doubt is for the weak. You, my Emperor!
I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen.
Oh, thank God that thing's dead. Now that thing dead, these guys are no longer getting extra hit points every single round. Which means, when I do damage, it stays.
Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. Indeed.
None will stand against me.
Ow.
The body. I'll do it. Eradicate it. God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Just a minor setback.
Don't let your guard down. Who, if not me? I'll make it happen.
And he's as good as dead because he'll die on his next turn.
A tactically sound approach. At your beck and call.
And he's dead.
Cover me. Will do.
Temporary setback.
Yeah. What she just did was hit a Perils of the Warp. That's what it's called. Which did damage to her, Argenta, and me.
I always keep my options open.
Luckily, it was the end of combat, so it didn't really matter. But still, ouch. Alright, I don't really need another plasma pistol.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Weird that that detonated but didn't actually hurt anyone.
Myself through
I
my
always have a backup plan.
Would you look at that?
Never doubt me.
The whispers told me a secret.
Alright, I don't feel like wasting... I already saw what's back there.
Hey, what's that?
Before I had to reload a thing
Would you
at one
look at
point.
that?
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay. Duty prevails. I better myself through my
Rise
service.
to the top, or get left in the dust.
Alright, what's behind the big door? Formidable looking door blocks the way into the next modules, covered in scratches as if someone clawed cold metal for a very, very long time. The door does not respond to your touch and stands fast, refusing to open. The writing above the doorway reads Main Computing Cathedral. Priest blesses himself, protective symbols, hand visibly shaking. Shield us, O machine god, from the evil that has taken hold of your temple. Save us, preserve us from the corruption, show us the way. Sacred metal that bars our path is weakened. Let's appeal to the machine spirits of one of the generators so the metal may drink from its blessed energies. There should be one hidden somewhere in this module. What is this evil you mentioned? Park Priest says nothing for a while, then his box comes to life, but the voice is hoarse, punctuated by static and interference. The almost I knows all, comprehends all. I'm merely his servant. I cannot discern what has stricken the abode of the machine god, but I do not sense a distortion of the structure, disfiguration, figment of the molecular order. This ship is sick. Further conversing is unproductive. The wheel downside has brought us to these doors, thus our task is clear. Search for a way to proceed beyond so we can discover a means of cleansing these halls. Inspect the door mechanism. Door in the entire adjacent section of the bay have no power. There must be a backup generator somewhere nearby. Once you turn it on, you should be able to proceed. Store power. I think I was supposed to interact with that before going deeper in, but whatever. Magos Tiberius Mahala. Something severely not right here. Oh, everyone leveled up. Okay, cool. Dispatch. Dispatch makes an attack with the current weapon against the enemy. This attack cannot miss and deals 50% more damage. Also deals additional damage equal to 20% of the target's missing wounds. Assassin's dodge, dodge reduction, armor penetration, and barrier reduction are doubled for this attack. That's if I get enough momentum, I can use that ability. Okay. Same thing, because he's also an assassin. Unyielding Guard. Till their next turn, the Vanguard attacks each enemy that attacks the Vanguard's allies in a 3-cell radius around the Vanguard. Additionally, until their next turn, the Vanguard always retaliates when attacked. Okay. Grand Strategy chooses one combat tactics area. Every ally inside the area gains an extra turn with 1 AP and 2 MP at the start of the Grand Strategist's next turn. For every enemy that was killed in the selected combat tactics turn, this AP is increased by +1 to a maximum of 3, and MP by +2 up to a maximum of 6. Okay. Stay spirit. Until in combat, Archmilton can make one additional attack each turn, including one additional attack on the turn this heroic act was used. First attack after using this ability and each turn afterwards costs 0 AP. Dang. Pretty good. Last volley. Or orchestrated firestorm. Master Technician selects a 3x3 zone on the battlefield. All allies, including the Master Technician, have line of sight to enemies inside the selected zone, making an immediate single attack against a random enemy within the zone that they can target with their weapons. Yeah, okay.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Magos to Beerus Mahalo. What the crap is going on here? They are in the rooms permeated by a wild mixture of miasmas, both mechanical and biological origin. Blood, rust, vomit, machine oil, excrement, kerosene, all these smells blend together in such a thick stench that it almost feels palatable. Beerus Mahalo. Just as the air here is one mad tangle of odors, the device in front of you is a mismatch of wriggling wires and transplanted fragments. And all the clutter, one could almost miss the main component. Heavily augmented man, whose upper body is embedded into that frame of the machine. Dozens of wires piercing his flesh. A crust of congealed blood and other bodily fluids covers the man's entire body, but his eyes are open and his gaze is keen. His gaze is turned to you, devoid of surprise or deference. Who are you, disturbing the peace of holy martyrs in the Helm of Argreave? What do you want? Lower warp succeeded. The symbols your brethren protect themselves with are symbols of chaos. Knowledge is lacking in Vader. Those are secret holy symbols, imparted to us by the Messiah. How else would my tech comrades have survived, if not for their protection? So many of us were devoured by evil, also silent as if lost in thought. What happened to your ship? Ship? There is no ship. There is only purgatory, a world of evil made to harrow and torture those who follow the Messiah. It has already killed many of my brethren, but those who remain are strong, so very strong. We will keep the corruption of the machine at bay. I will hold it back. I have accepted a higher calling, the only one among my brethren to do so. As they keep the evil at bay with prayers and sacred symbols engraved in their traitorous flesh, I take this evil inside myself. I imbibe it as one does water, but it can do me no harm, for I am the eye of sanctity. I am the sacred filter, the link that protects other parts of the machine from this caustic taint. And for as long as I remain here, the corruption will not prevail. Yeah, keep thinking that. The statement is false. I am registering corruption in this unit identical to that surrounding us. I'm registering a violation of the cleansing protocol, which dictates steering the ship into the heart of the nearest star for the purposes of cleansing and annihilation. I'm registering a betrayal of the sacred machine spirits placed in the charge of those weak in faith. Man looks at his comrade and replies with a long series of clicks in Technolingua. Permission to use the sacred language has been revoked. Purity will not be permitted to enter this pure speech of Binair. Your mortal shell will soon exhaust its vile energies. Pray mutely while you still have the time. Dira looks the man over with an expression of disgust and fear. I've seen similar symbols, caught a glimpse of them, in my dreams. Whenever the warp wormed its way into them and whispered about its virulent gifts. Doubt these lunatics were given visions of these runes by their god. Persuasion 5. Wake up. All the signs are clear as day. You and your brother have fallen prey to the forces of chaos, and you don't even realize it. Man's eyes clear for a moment. They still lack understanding, but there's a hint of surprise. He slowly looks around the room, at the ecstatic priest, at his own mangled body. His voice hisses as if he is struggling to say something. Suddenly, the mingled stench in the room is drowned out by the sharp, piercing smell of ozone and grease. Since that the nauseating atmosphere that prevailed in the room has condensed into a single point of evil in the depths of the ship, and is now hurling towards you. Is that a demon engine? Forge Fiend. When this creature suffers damage the first time in a round, it becomes enraged and strikes back after every additional attack suffered. After every additional attack suffered this round. Yeah, this is a demon engine. Demon machine gains armor equal to his willpower bonus, deflection equal to his toughness bonus, immunity to perils of the warp, and immunity to toxic damage. Well. Oh, and these 4 idiots just dropped dead. Alright, first is Cassia.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
There is movement in the Imperium. But of course,
Cool. Blinded it. Hopefully that amounts to something.
anything else? Will do. Anything else? On it.
I think this is as set up as I can get her. Ow! What a start.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Running by Narek only.
I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen. I'll see to it personally. On it. I'll see to it personally.
Well, took out almost a third of its health in a single shot.
I'll make it happen.
Rejoice in battle!
We're at a tactical disadvantage.
That didn't go well. Okay. Huh.
My vow is to serve. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Another enemy down.
Someone just hit the ground.
It will be done. Victory is imminent. I will do my duty.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Do not dare ask. If I may.
I'll see to it personally. The best defense is a good offense. Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Alright, let's set up another big shot on this guy.
it. It's as good as done. I'll see to it personally. Who if not me?
Help me, Lord Captain!
That sucks.
I'll do it. Each stroke is a prayer.
I don't want her to take the shot
As the
because
Emperor commands, I act.
there's just the risk of her hitting the Forge Fiend for like no damage at all.
Indeed. It will be done. At your beck and call.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
On it. It's as good as done. I'll make it happen. Who if not me? On it. I'll see to it personally. I'll make it happen.
Almost there.
You never stood a chance.
Nice. Brought it down.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
I will do my duty. I took care
Punk.
of this one.
Alright. Oh, that's a demon engine dead. Holy crap. Was not expecting to face that here. Man's mutilated body is racked by wave after wave of convulsions. Evil. That was evil incarnate. Evil. The corruption that watches us day and night. Suddenly the man raises his head and looks you straight in the eye. You have banished the evil. You tried to warn me, but I was deaf. The ship, Gamma, it followed us from there. Gamma, is that where your ship is from? Yes, the man whispers. The ship and the planet. Traitors among our brethren, tormenting the sacred mechanisms, letting corruption into their system. Turned that which is holy into the unholy, and they set these new twisted machines on us, their tech comrades. Managed to flee, but one of the monsters found his way onto the ship. A tear appears at the corner of his eye. He thrashes frantically in the mess of wires piercing his body. He fought. He cut off one module after another, as one cuts away rotting flesh, but it followed. Its invisible influence, the corruption it exuded, claimed us one by one. The crew were merely humans of flesh and blood. They were so weak they succumbed so easily. Could not save them from evil, so we gave the ship to the darkness among the stars. And the darkness came for us too, in this last module where we intended to make our last stand. And I sacrificed myself. I became a filter, a stopper against the corruption emanating from the machine. I succumbed. The corruption came for our souls, the corruption of Gamma. Traitors. last of his efforts he rasps. The fabricator's censor. It's all started with him. He was the one who let this taint into the sacred code. He was the one who doomed our brethren. He was the one who spawned the steel monstrosities and furnace of our planet. Rest in peace. You will be avenged. As a part of the great force that drives the universe, I do not fear the cold of death. A wheezing breath escapes the man's chest and his eyes close. Diagnosticator. Grants plus 15 Medicaid.
Over.
Empty shell of a demon engine. It was this creation, a horrifying mix of real space technology and the deranged powers of the warp that disrupted the ship systems and twisted the tech priest's minds.
Let us not dawdle.
Headhunter like carapace. Awareness divided by 10% dodge. Oh. Nifty. So my awareness is 60. So that gives an additional 6% dodge.
Is there money to be made?
Alright, well. That's it for here. Wait, what? I don't remember this hallway here.
The Whispers told me a secret.
Nice.
I always have a backup plan.
Sweet. Let's explore the rest of this system. I've read about burning worlds in Mandora. It said the fires there have been raging for close to a century. No one knows how long has this one been burning. Plasma battery. Nice. Nice. Visions. Sure. That's right. Strike have already been deployed in the trade network. The shortfall be offset by a decrease in profit factor. All right. Well, that's that system explored. And new courses. Soto's Tomb. Which informing the sacred rituals addressed to the spirit of the ship has been performed. The techno-liturgy and the rite of the machine blessing end of data meditation in order to comprehend the nature of the miracle sent down without sight. Position of second novice has not been recorded. How the spirit of the holy ship was able to call upon the power of the machine gun and activate the warp drive means oh no, yet during my meditative ritual, the Umpsai gave me an equally valuable revelation. The sacred spirit that lives in the bowels of the ship, mechanism differs from other indigenous forms. The spirit holds a unique power that cannot be called anything less than the blessing of the machine god. What does this mean? Hypothesis. In extremis, the ship's spirit is capable of making unpredictable calculations and actions. It is impossible to predict how it will behave in any given situation, but I believe the spirit is currently showing obedience, at least for now. I recommend that we continue monitoring the ship and be prepared for new manifestations. Remind me what you wanted to find out. When the ship's warp engine was filled with the motive force despite the vast computational errors, a true technological meteor was achieved. No doubt it was very solemn sight. No such occurrences have been described in the catalog before. Hoping to gain sacred knowledge of the nature of what happened, I embarked on blessed research and prayer. Alright, report is received. Thank you, Pascal. Homicide knows all, comprehends all. Alright. Soto's Tomb. Pirates. Let's do some space combat before I end up in stream. Three Cobras. Move to here. Nice, one ship already down. Victory! That was nice and easy. Now, what were they defending? Soto's tomb. Imperium Cartographers and Chronicles know this place well. Long ago, the planet was a prosperous outpost capable of eclipsing even Footfall. It used to be a Cyclopean tomb station on its orbit, the final resting place of Cornelius Soto, one of the discoverers of the Kronos Expanse. The tomb gave its name to the entire system. However, about 400 years ago, an unknown cosmic body rammed into the station, causing it to collapse onto the planet. Not only did the catastrophe kill the settlers, it also made the world uninhabitable for centuries. Craters formed by the station's impact can still be observed from orbit. Soto's tomb became a sepulchre for the entire planet. Sort of place never neither life nor loot, but knowing the nasty tricks that life can pull is a treasure in its own right. Space dust. Fuel. More fuel. Ah, found the inevitable triumph. Chartist monocle. Plus 15 bonus to commerce. And 2 mechanicals creations. Alright, that space combat went a lot faster than I thought it would. Stop over here. Safe travels. Dangerous. Well, let's travel and see what happens. Permission to report, Lord Captain. I keep receiving messages about strange behavior in certain ship systems. All decks report the uncontrollable opening and closing of doors, gates, and airlocks. They behave erratically and do not obey their operator's command. Regrettably, this has led to casualties among the crew. Tech priests have explained that these phenomena are being caused by the machine spirit's irascibility and has been spent hours chanting litanies to soothe their anger. Fortunately, many crew members were badly injured before the predators could stabilize the systems. Okay, that's unfortunate, but not too bad when it comes to warp travel. What's over here in Trinitos? Oh, and ships. Is that Drukari? Let's save before engaging in this. Don't think I'm supposed to be fighting these things. Should have turned the other way. This is fine. Nice. It's Daigi's micro battery, which is quite a bit better than what I currently have. Alright, what's here? Literally nothing. Alright. What's over here? Eldari. Enemy torpedoes. Enemies have launched torpedoes, however you can destroy them before they reach you. Always fighting sirens and do not have shields or hold integrity. Every type that hits the shadow destroys one torpedo per shot. When you're out, you may encounter colossal small ships that follow the same rules in combat as torpedoes. Number 4. Alright. Victory. That went quite well. Wraithbone fragments. Nice. For being Eldari, I was expecting it to be more of a pain in the butt. But nice. What's here? Alright, Kevin, I received a transmission from Fausto. It was sent by members of the Order of the Hammer, laboratories of St. Cognatus. This monster is the only settlement on the planet. Or rather, it used to be. Some time ago, a transport vessel, the Navica, unloaded several thousand refugees from a planet belonging to rogue trader Winterskull. The Order of the Hammer has judged this invasion to be an act of aggression and is acting for her lordship's protection. These people are victims, not invaders. Prepare my shuttle. I should head to the planet and resolve this conflict. As it pleases your lordship. Alright, Sector Cronus Expanse, region of the system, location monster St. Cognatus Fausto. Material, chronicle compiled by the humble archivist Brother Petrus. 611 days after the feast of the passing of Nicomedes Kefi, this champion of faith, this quietude married the calm of the monastery of the Order of the Hammer. Countless tortured souls, steeped in fear, arrived on Fausto in the starved bark. A great apostasy has befallen their home and turned them into an abject wanderer seeking help and refuge. Their wicked and cruel captain, the owner of the Navica, had betrayed them. Once the unknowing souls in his care had made landfall on the world's surface, he mischievously recalled his shuttles and left, thus ridding himself of his duty of care to the unfortunate lot. Not knowing how they would survive in Fausto's grim wastelands, the forsaken people came to the monastery of St. Cognatus, and there they surrounded its walls. They hammered their fists on its gate and implored and wailed, "Take us in, protect us." What once was a place of serenity and grace was now full of din, disorder, and all manner of things despicable. The interlopers brought with them worldly futility and strife, and mayhap also the seeds of alluring blasphemies, if fiendly heathens lurked in their midst. After a prayer, the prelate Hectorsaurus turned his eyes to the past in search of instruction. Prelate Hectorsaurus recalled the first missionaries to set foot in Fausto's vast wasteland, led by their zeal for serving St. Cognatus, and those missionaries had received the blessing of Nicomedes Kefi. Champion Faith, who had traveled with them, their star bark, to found in this place a humble and pure abode wherein to cultivate wisdom and piety. And St. Cogence, a man of great endeavors, a warrior and a wise artificer, never cowered behind the walls of a librarian. But instead stepped bravely into the darkness, carrying light in the palm of his hand, and commanded us to do the same. Not only Faustone, but many of the other walls of the Chronos expanse bear its foot imprint. Emperor Hector's did welcome the interlopers warmly as guests, but he did warn his brethren to keep their vigilance. Brethren and sisters of the Order of the Hammer came forth to meet the strangers, carrying water and protein victuals and medicinal herbs and jugs of promethium. But the crowd came to blows over viands, and blood was spilled, and many were trampled or mauled in the stampede, some of them dwellers of the monastery. Then the warriors of the Order of the Hammer donned their flat cowls, scribed word of praise to the God Emperor on their tactical visors, and went forth, ready to render service in battle. With lasguns and bolters, they pierced the interlopers. With their chainswords and powerfuls, they struck them, and a great and bloody harvest was reaped that day. The interlopers, too, scant through their armament, was and scanter their skill in battle. Scant though their armor was, and scanty their skills battle, slew many among the monsters' dwellers, for great were their number and greater their desperation. The monks fled behind yonder walls and ran the foxhole lord, and shut the gate, commanded the armed guards to keep watch over that gate, slaying any who approached. Quarrel broke out. The hungry and the sick lay siege to the monastery, begging for help. In their spite, they blocked the water collector and unpowered the genitorium. Faithful in the meantime made ready to resist. The miracle came to pass. The God Emperor sent his champion, his confidant, his right hand, a rogue traitor of the blessed house von Valencius, may lie his greatest man upon it forever. The blessed rogue traitor. Summon prelate hectors and the leaders of the interlopers hold each to account for their deeds. Strangers, prodigious in number, beseech the rogue trader to take them in and give them shelter and protection as to his own servants, and spoke these, saying, Long have we wandered, swiftly have we fled. Many a woe and ordeal has befallen us. Many a father and son are we buried. Now the warp hath taken the last of our strength, and we shall flee no more. And he spake further, saying, Without thy holy protection we are doomed, and we fear annihilation at the hands of our kin who remained behind. For having fallen away from the sublime light of the Emperor, they have descended into bloody sedition and become murderers of no mercy. Great prelate Hectorus, ours is a pure and secluded abode. By worldly futility we are untouched, and so we wish to remain. These unknowing souls seek to capture our abode, avert their calamity of ours, for they are as people of malice, and mutism is fated. And quoth he, If it be thy wish to confer land upon these wretches, confer it, for Faustone has arid land in abundance, but make it not our duty to care for them, for that is not our path. Provide for them and provide for us, and we shall acknowledge thee as our planetary sovereign. Extended a veil of protection over the interlopers, take them into his care, and thereby all of Faustone with them. Humbly, the Order of the Hammer heeded the God Emperor's confidence, and unsealed the airlocks, and opened the gate of his abode, and brought forth gifts of virtue to relieve the suffering of the ill-stricken. After a prayer, the architect set to work, in accordance with the saint's teaching and the parameters set forth in the standard template construct. They erected spacious living quarters and sturdy walls for the planetary militia, and a spacious auditorium wherein to trade and store goods, and a proud sensorium within whose walls clerks and servo bondsmen who would maintain order and keep statistical records. And the new yet righteous way of life came to Faustone, and the people rejoiced, and all was good. Nice. When the starting worlds, usually the most habitable, are suitable for establishing thriving colonies ripe for development. Completing projects and colonies events can earn the rogue trader unique rewards that cannot be obtained through any other means. Projects are the backbone of colony development. Completing them requires resources that can be attained by exploring planets and cosmic anomalies. Completing a project takes time. While you continue to travel throughout the Chronos Expanse, you will receive a notification on the screen when a project is finished, informing you that the reward can now be claimed. Colony projects. Powerful influential cult St. Juice is willing to take the young abode of faith under its wing. However, the Order of the Hammer accept these gifts with caution, wary of the figure of Juicius eclipsing their own patron St. Cognatius in the hearts of their flock. The Ecclesiarchy lacks the capital in the Cronus Expanse from which to guide the faithful. While Faustina assumes the status of a cardinal role, the Adeptus Ministerium will ensure the prosperity of their new planetary stronghold. Heretics will tremble when they hear of the alliance between House von Mencius and the Ecclesiarchy. Celestial Protector. No one in the entire Cronus Expanse will make a worthier guardian of a sanctuary of faith than the head of a House von Mencius. A marvelous basilica will be erected in his honor in the world's capital city, and will be decorated with a grand twin statue of the Emperor and the Rogue Trader. Thousands of parishioners and priests will say his name in their daily prayers and bring him reverent gifts. Lord Captain's Voyage gains the Shield of Faith feature. Against the Emperor's reputation period. Flex amount of profit produced by the speed of product and colony, increasing and decreasing by 10% for each point of complacency, respectively. Flex the ability of the colony to cope with negative events on its own. Flex amount of resource produced by colony, increasing its efficiency by 10% for each point of efficiency. Let's go with a Celestial Protector. Manage colonies remotely using the colony management screen. Complacency for all colonies. Okay. Next. Seven plastic. Natural accumulation of irregularities on the solid planetary surface has been detected. Probability of occurrence of natural materials? High. Sure, let's go into that plastil. That's a lot of plastil. Nothing. Upgrade. New heading will make the next turn at 9 degrees instead of the usual 45 degrees. Deflection from the next shot gains +2 extra range. Chosen sector deflections void shields, reinforced still suffers damage. Reinforced sector has an increased chance of eliminating attacks and loses only half of its strength when absorbing damage. Ability removes any previous reinforcement. Close the materium causes an enemy ship to immediately turn 45 or 90 degrees, depending on the ship's maneuverability. The enemy ship has suffered hull damage. This abrupt turn additionally deals equal damage equal to 15 to 20% of the ship's missing hull for a 45-degree turn, and deals that damage twice for a 90-degree turn. Let's go with new heading and reinforced shields. On top of firing weapons, ship combat involves using abilities from various ship posts, occupied by trust offers. Increase your ship's level to gain access to new abilities. These posts can have up to 2 ballistic abilities and 1 ultimate ability assigned to it. Only 1 ability from each post can be used per round. The cooldown time before any ability can be used again is determined randomly and can take up to 3 rounds. Both abilities one selected post for 1 turn. 1 or both abilities are on cooldown. Their cooldown time is reduced by -1 turn. The ship flies in a straight line, making a full U-turn at the end of its movement. It was all cannons that were fired during the acceleration phase. Can only be used during the end phase. Control. It has control of the nearest torpedo silo, granting it 5 DMP. One works together or launched on another turn. Interesting. Okay. Ramp. Great hole. Alright. I think I'm gonna be in the stream here though. It's at that time, and I don't have enough time to get into anything else. Yeah. Gonna be in the stream here. Save the game. There we go. But, yeah. I think it finished most of what's happened at Footfall, at least as of now. And starting to explore the Chronos Expanse. Pretty cool. Alright. But yeah, that's gonna be it for stream today. So, thank you for watching. I will be continuing this come next Thursday. My next stream. Well, my next scheduled stream is Sunday with Minecraft. Though I might actually end up doing an extra stream of Minecraft Friday or Saturday. Haven't decided yet. But if that happens, that happens. I'll release a message in the Discord about it. For a heads up. But in the meantime, my next scheduled stream is going to be Sunday. And with all that said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good time whatever time zone you're in. And yeah, bye for now.